The most powerful marketing doesn't look like marketing. Most of the online entrepreneurs I know feel trapped between being authentic and making money online. And this has been a very common pattern, whether you are creating an online community or coaching business, in fact, any kind of online business. And if you really care about your values, you will feel this compromise between profit and values, because it is possible that you can make a lot of money by manipulating people, and somewhere deep down you find it very hard to sleep at night. But at the same time, it is possible that you are doing something very meaningful in the world and you are struggling to make profits. And to go from this struggle to success, you need to understand the difference between marketing and selling. So most of the people on the internet, when they talk about marketing, in reality they are talking about sales. Sales is the actual transaction where you are delivering a product and people are paying you money in exchange of that. And marketing is amplification of this process. So marketing itself is not going to do anything if your product or if your service is not good enough. And this is a very important thing to understand, because I know that for a lot of us, as soon as we create a product, we start thinking that we need to start running Facebook ads, or we start spending money on amplifying without checking if our product is even sellable or not. We cannot sell that people do not want to buy. The biggest force of the market is not entrepreneurs' will, but the desire of the market itself. So you need to make sure that before you are marketing your product, there is a demand for that product. And once you have done that, the next part to understand is how do we market. The most important skill to master for our century is not AI. It's not designing, it's not coding. In fact, most of these jobs are going to be taken over by AI. But instead, what you want to focus upon is this: persuasive communication. Your ability to discover new ideas and create a highly persuasive communication out of that idea is the most important skill. And this is a timeless skill. It doesn't matter which technology is going to come in. As long as you master the skill of persuasive communication, and a part of it is collecting different ideas and articulating it, you need to understand that anyone can be master of persuasive communication, because all of this information is already there in the form of books, good podcasts. We are in the age of information. All the information that you want to achieve the dreams that you desire is already there. But because there is a lot of information, there is a lot of distraction, and this creates information overload. So while you are mastering this skill, you also need to learn how to cancel all the noise and identify the signal, because 90% of the information on the internet is either AI generated or it is pretty much useless. So you need to discover high quality sources so you can upgrade yourself. And once you master this, you can use this in your Facebook ads and your ads are going to be better. You will use persuasive communication in your YouTube video and your videos are going to reach more people, and people will connect with you at a deeper personal level. And while you are learning this, you also need to understand the concept of leverage. You see, not a long time ago, if people wanted to sell something, they needed to go door to door. So if you are 30 years or above, you know that there used to be all these door to door salespeople who used to come to you and they would convince you for half an hour to buy this dictionary or a random electronic product. But now it is not the case. Everybody goes to Amazon and they buy products from there. Internet is a leverage. Instead of finding one customer at a time, with the help of internet, you can find millions. And basically, there are three types of leverage that you need to understand if you want to create wealth. One is the leverage of labor. Instead of you working on your business, you can delegate your job to 10 people, and 10 people are working 8 hours a day. So instead of you working for 8 hours a day, there is 80 hours of work getting done. And if you really think about this, you alone cannot do this because you only have 24 hours. But when you are hiring people to work for yourself, then you are getting more work done. Now at the same time, you can also hire a software to do that. You can use technologies like Zapier and you can get done a lot of work while you are spending your time doing other things. And then we have the leverage of money. In terms of marketing, you can understand this leverage as paid ads. You created one video and you are paying Facebook to run ad on that video. So instead of you hoping that this video or multiple videos will reach right people, Facebook will help you do that. And Facebook has much clear idea of who your target customer is. All you need to do is pay them money, give them resource, and they will do the job for you. But as I said in the beginning, you do not want to do that before you have validated your concept. And then we have third type of leverage, which is digital products. Because we live in the age of information, it's not very hard to create a book or an online course or a podcast, and you can immediately reach millions of people who are willing to buy your product. And as you can see, all of these leverages can work with each other and create a system for you for marketing. So for a moment, I want you to forget everything that people are sharing about marketing and think for these two things: persuasive communication that will help you sell, and leverage that will help you scale. Without persuasion, you won't be able to go from 0 to 1. And without leverage, you won't be able to go from 1 to 10. And once you understand this, you will realize that you do not need to manipulate people for buying your products, because first of all, you are selling what people actually want to buy. Second is because you are carefully crafting a language that helps people realize their needs and their desires, and you are positioning your product or your service as the solution of their problem. Understand that everyone wants to go from where they are right now to somewhere what they value more. So if you do not have money, you want to go to a place where you have a lot of money. If you are not in a good shape physically, then you want to be better with your body. So all of us have these desires. These might be very generalized examples, but you can go deeper. If you are selling website development service, then you are offering business owners a way to attract more clients. You are not just creating code, or you are not just designing. You are actually creating a tool for business owners. And while you are learning this, I also want to emphasize on the power of authenticity. You see, when you are creating a YouTube video or you are creating an online course or a book, what is going to differentiate you from your competitors is your authenticity. When you are trying to be someone else, what's going to happen is you will end up becoming a cheap copy of that person. But as soon as you are authentic and you are sharing your own point of view and you are synthesizing this along with the market desire, what you are creating is a very unique product. Your personal point of view, which is completely unique to you, and on the other side, the market desire, which is connected to the product that you are selling. You will notice that suddenly you are attracting people in a very unique way, in a very authentic way. And this is how you build a conscious business without selling your soul. Now, if you are still watching this video, I want to give you an implementation prompt, because ideas are worthless if you are not acting on it. So right now, I want you to identify one marketing message, and this marketing message should be something that you are currently using and that you feel is not truly aligned or that's not fully developed. And I want you to rewrite this keeping two things in mind. One is being authentic, and second is being persuasive. Now you can use ChatGPT or Claude for doing this, but I would recommend you to learn these frameworks by yourself, because at the best, all these AI tools are just word randomizers. That means they are not going to come up with something unique. So if you are completely relying on these tools for creativity, you will not be able to come up with something unique. I recommend using AI for improving the message, but not for coming up with the message. And once you have written this, make sure to comment it below so other people can learn from it. If you are seeing someone commenting their message, make sure to help them, and this way we will be able to improve together. I hope you found this video useful. I will talk to you in the next one.